how do you explain, the draft is loaded with these players, but especially a quarterback where you go, that guy made it and that guy didn't.
Yeah.
Jalen Hurts lost his job. Now maybe we thought he was just going to be a backup or a curiosity. And then all of a sudden, first playoff game didn't look that good. And now here he is and, an MVP candidate.
It just goes back to what's on the inside. I think Jalen Hurts is the type of young man that from his time at Alabama to Oklahoma to Philly, every single year he's continued to get better and better and grow from that. I think one of the tough things is when everyone's doubting you is to keep your confidence in yourself and your abilities. And there's some guys who are better doing that than others. And I think Jalen's an example of someone who's done a much better job of believing in himself, believing in what he's capable of, but also finding that right situation and circumstance. I mean, let's not kid ourselves. 17 players are either starters or Pro Bowl alternates in the Pro Bowl or whatever the heck that is nowadays. But it goes to show you how talented this team is. And so when you're on a talented team like that, you're not pressed to do quite the same things that Joe Burrow was asked to do when he first got to Cincy. And then as they've built out around him, I mean, his job's gotten a little easier. There's still a lot of heavy carrying there, though.
Can the Eagles win a shootout?
Yeah, I think so. I think they can. And because I think they're, to me, I look at it two ways. I don't know that it's going to be a shootout because I think they're so dominant on both sides of the ball. When you look at the depth they have defensively, obviously everyone's going to talk about the pressure and sacks, but they've also improved in the rush defense. I mean, there's some missed tackles, and you can see that in the NFC Championship game. But when they brought in Linval Joseph and Ndamukong Suh, they started to shore up some of that. And those guys are experienced guys who've been there before.
So you like the Eagles?
You know what this game feels like? This game feels similar to, and I know the dynamics are different on offense for the Chiefs, where their offensive line was banged up when they faced Tampa. But you saw Patrick Mahomes running around for his life. And the Chiefs are much improved on their offensive line in this matchup. But Mahomes is still hampered with the ankle. I don't know how close he'll be to 100%. He moved around pretty well despite that in the AFC Championship game. But that's my concern is you've got a group, a defensive front, that I don't think you can't give too much help to one side or another. And I think they match up pretty well too in the secondary. So that affords Jonathan Gannon the opportunity to either get pressure with four or bring pressure from time to time. And that's where if Mahomes isn't as mobile, he could be getting a lot of hits on him with that front. I just think they're that dominant the way they've played this year.